What are you doing? So many selfies?
I'm not taking selfies. I'm just checking my hairline. Hey, OG, do you think my hairline is receding?
Come on, it's not. Why are you obsessing over your hair now?
I'm not getting obsessed, but I want them to be here for a long time.
The girls like me anyway.
Arey wah. You have a kissa about this, don't you?
Of course.
You know what? I'm already excited. Go for it.
So, as I got into my mid 40s, my hair began thinning and graying a bit. So, I succumbed to coloring them. And I persisted for 2 or 3 years, although I was never happy coloring them. Partly because it appeared vain. Why could I not accept my gray hair as they were? But most importantly, for 2 or 3 days after coloring, there were splotches on my skin next to the hair, and I looked quite stupid. So one day at lunch in the office, I was complaining about coloring my hair when my CFO said that I could go and take advice from Kanta of the Chromakai salon. Now, Kanta had become truly famous working with big movie stars and celebrities. And she considered herself an artist of the hair. And by the way, her competitors thought that she was able to charge top rates like an artist. So I was a bit hesitant to go to such an expert. But my CFO told me that I had survived the encounter. So I booked an appointment on a Saturday morning. And I went over. And there at the entrance was a diminutive person who was, of course, Kanta
From Chromakai.
from Chromakai. And she was very practical and workmanlike, asked me to sit in a chair opposite a full length wall mirror. And she was quiet, she didn't talk to me, but she proceeded to, look at my hair directly, but also at my hair in the mirror. And this unnerving process went on for some time. And then she stepped in and said, "Why do you color your hair?" Now, partly because there was no good answer, partly to defray the tension that I was feeling, I joked around and I said, "The girls like me anyway, but I'm worried about looking too old in my job." There was no change of expression, no recognition shown that I had cracked the joke. उनके चेहरे पे शिकन तक नहीं आई. And she took a step back and continued with the inspection of my hair. But this time she tried some experiments, like she sprinkled some black powder, I think to see how a salt and pepper look would go.
1 second. So your hair were already turning grey. Isn't that already a salt and pepper look?
Yes, but she's the expert and I can't fathom what is in the mind of the expert. But anyway, she tried these experiments and continued with her inspection for some more time. And finally, she stepped up and said, "Mr. Sharma, you can stop coloring your hair. It has quite some character as it is. Let it be." I was thrilled. I was really happy. I sprang up and thanked her because here was the expert telling me to stop coloring the hair and get me out of my silly, vain misstep. So I then asked her for the payment, and she waved a hand and said, "No payment required." So I protested, saying, "I've taken your time, I've got your advice. Please do let me know how much." And that's when, for the first time in the entire interaction, she looked up at me and smiled. And she said, "The girls like you anyway." And so I stopped coloring my hair and I went away happy and very impressed.
Well, I hope the girls like me too. And anyway, you know, Kate Angel says, outer beauty attracts, but it's the inner beauty that captivates. And that is why girls still like you.
We'll be back next week with the next episode. Please like and comment below. And if you like a lot, do share.
Also, subscribe to our channel Qisse so that you don't miss out on any Qissa by the OG.
YOE,
What's YOE?
years of experience.